Hi, hello, and good day to every single one of you who is currently watching this video or even listening to this video as well. Now you might be thinking, whoa, what is this video all about? Why am I talking? And yeah, you might be thinking, why am I speaking in English even though I'm currently living in the Philippines? Not to mention, why am I talking in a four-sided device, what we call as well as mobile devices? Yeah, it's a big question that we can all wonder to ourselves. Well, throughout the generation of our lives, we have thought that maybe we are stable in some aspects. But due to a term we call as globalization, this has become a big part of how we have innovated and elevated our lives from becoming stable to numerous heights. That is why you might be thinking, okay, globalization in itself has improved us. So it's positive in general. So what is this video all about? I mean, if it's so positive, then why are we making a video about it? Are we just going to tackle all the positives of globalization? Well, Timmy, or to all of you who is watching this, globalization or even some aspects of positivity in different terms and in different aspects tends to have its own negatives, and it also has its own setbacks, and globalization is one of them, because in globalization we tend to change, and through change we tend to forget what we have in the past. So how does globalization affect us in a positive and also a negative manner? Globalization in itself. Now I'd be lying to all of you if I tell you right here, right now, that globalization did not have a remarkable impact on my life. Globalization in itself has a remarkable impact on my life, because I wouldn't be speaking English right here in front of you if it wasn't for globalization. Basically, globalization in itself has impacted us in different ways and in different matters that has shaped us to become innovative and also changed us on how we live our lives as a general whole. I mean, you cannot lie to me. I'm sure all of you have been changed because of globalization, because it's like a drug. Globalization in itself changes who we are, and also it changes how we view the world, because from the way we are originated in this world tends to be somewhat stable in itself, but through globalization it gives us this feeling of change that makes us cope towards not only just the country and also the surrounding that we have currently, but also to the entire world. Truly, globalization in itself is very important, but there is a big asterisk towards globalization as well, particularly the negative effects it has towards us, because the way we change, from the word itself change, it has innovated us in a way that it has masked who we are and our true identity, and also the culture that we have started from in this very globe that we are currently living in. Basically, globalization itself departures us from who we are, because without the culture that we have started from, then we are nothing but just a normal individual. And through globalization, it masks that, because you are influenced towards another culture from another region or another country. That is why globalization in itself has some positives, as well as it has some negatives towards our own selves. That is why in some aspects you might be thinking, is it truly important? Yes. But is it overly important? That's a no. Truly, it is hard for us to understand, as well as it is very difficult for us to realize that the word change can have a big impact, as well as it has a very big story towards how we reflect ourselves in this world. Basically, globalization in itself is a remarkable change of how we can innovate ourselves through numerous heights, but it also has its own set of concerns and issues, especially our very own identity. but rather all of us individuals in this world. The origins of globalization comes from us, as well as the way we change and the way we prolong and how we live our lives in this world depends on who we are and how we reflect that in the physical world. That is why globalization in itself should be implemented in a manner that it should not be overused, but rather balance is the key towards implementing globalization as good and not bad. That is why, for you and for me and to everyone in this world, make sure to balance yourself and how you innovate and influence others through what we call as globalization.